a dude and a girl. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, in fact, like, me and my best friend, we've been doing it for like the last 6 years. And I was like, oh, so you're in a sexual relationship with your best friend? He's like, nah, bro, you don't get it. I'm like, no, bro, you don't get it. If you're having sex with your best friend and somebody else, you're still having sex with your best friend. He's like, fine, don't join us. I was like, who am I in this scenario? They're cool dudes, I'm not gonna lie, they know how to party. But it's just so weird now, like it's so easy, like everybody here, like basically everybody here is dated on their phone, right? Or not dated on their phone, but like found somebody on their phone, which is crazy. Cause like I talked to my grandma and grandpa, and like this is years ago, and like they escaped the old country, and they weren't even Jewish, they were just paranoid. So they came over here, like they met one night over there. And like they had this incredible night where they met, and everything they said, like everything just matched up, and they knew that they wanted to be with each other. And then the war broke out, and he went to New York, she went to Chicago. She remembered that he said that he always wanted to visit the Art Institute of Chicago, so she got a job there, and she waited for 3 years as he learned the language. He found himself up from a janitor to the head of the store. It was a hat store in New York. Moved to Chicago, came by, and every day he would walk by the Art Institute of Chicago. And one day he walked by and saw my grandma, and they met. And they like rekindled the whole thing, ended up having 5 kids, 11 grandkids, like 22 great grandkids. I mean, like the most beautiful story ever, you know? Like, what's your grandkid story gonna be like? How'd you meet grandma? On the toilet. Like, oh man, I had like the worst Indian food the night before, and I was just swiping right, and boom, there she was. Like, just doesn't match up, as the punchline doesn't with the rest of that joke, which is amazing. But like, I'd love to have kids, but like, it doesn't seem cool. Like, my parents were cool, like my mom's awesome. My mom's still like really pretty, and like when we go out, everybody's like, oh my God, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend? And my mom thinks it's because she's retained her youthful spirit, she still looks so good. And I'm like, no, it's because we're always making out. You know? Just kidding. You don't fucking do that shit in public. So weird. My dad's cool. My dad's a really cool guy, but like I always felt like he wanted to be disappointed in me. And the fact that I never disappointed him came as a great disappointment to him. Like, he'd say these weird things to me, like, I don't care if you're a garbage man, you know? Like, just be the best garbage man you could be. Like, what the fuck does this guy have against garbage man? Like, Jesus. So, to this day, I hate garbage men. Ugh. Anyway, like, one of the things that, like, always gets me to, I grew up in a Jewish house. It was circumcised. And it was awesome. Like, the whole thing, though, when you grow up in a Jewish house, like, you always hear the word Hitler. Hitler. And so much so, like, when you get to be a certain age, the word Hitler doesn't mean anything anymore. And like, I used to think, like, did Hitler have like birthday parties growing up? Because how does somebody grow up to be that evil? And I think that like he ended up having birthday parties, and he would like go out and invite everybody, and nobody showed up, leading to a succession of events that got Steven Spielberg to win his first Oscar for Schindler's List. You can look it up. Doesn't just go to 1945. Anyway, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Get it up for Stonerman, guys. It all makes sense, right? Now you like listen to the backstory.